What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls? Welcome to a long overdue video. It's been a while since I've uploaded, and that's because life has been extremely busy. Not only that, I'm currently on vacation with my family. Everyone that we're with is currently asleep, so I thought what better time than now to film a voiceover, put this video up on the YouTube, on the interwebs for all of you. So I'm currently sitting outside, sitting on a cup of joe in Florida. There's a little bit of thunder in the background, some cars driving by. You might catch some background noise, and for that I apologize. I hope it doesn't detract too much from the video. Wanted to share this quick deadlift session and a thought that I had. The thought was probably a week and a half ago. I kind of took a note on my phone. I was like, yeah, I'll talk about this one day. Really, it's the idea of keeping it simple whenever it comes to your workouts. I don't think this is always going to be the case, nor does it always have to be the case, but whenever the season of life comes where you're extremely busy, you're tied up with a lot of things, you have your eggs in a lot of baskets. That's where I'm at right now, kind of stretched thin right now, so I can't put all my focus into one thing. My focus is spread very thin amongst many things. So whenever it comes to working out, something that I'm obviously extremely passionate about, something that I'm training for a competition in 5 weeks now, I think 5 or 6 weeks, so it's right around the corner. So I'm training with intent, but I can't do all that I want to do because there's just not enough time in the day. I don't have enough energy to do so because I'm spending time on X, Y, and Z, these other priorities that are in my life. So I've been coming down into the spider sack lately and hammering out the important stuff. And so that's the main movement, the squat, the bench, and the deadlift. And I've been doing this for several weeks now. And I'll be honest with you, the strength has fluctuated depending on the time of day that I'm working out, depending on the type of day that I've had. Maybe I just didn't have adequate warm-up, and so things felt sluggish, and I mentally could not get to the heavy set that I wanted to. In this instance, I felt pretty good on the deadlift. It was a good day. My son was asleep, and I took advantage of the free time that I had to hammer out. I think this was probably a 35-minute session just to build up to a heavy deadlift set, which was all in all a success. It was just me and the mutt hanging out in the spider sack, getting it on with the weights. Get you a dog if you need a companion. Otherwise, don't get one, especially a husky, because they shed like crazy and your wife will want to get rid of her every single day. So, like I said, I've been keeping it simple, doing the bare bones of basic, and it still works. The strength gains have been there. There's been improvement, probably not as efficient as I'd like, but that's probably not because of doing one particular exercise, being like the squat, bench, or the deadlift. More so to do with, I would guess, the fact that I'm staying up much later than normal. I'm still getting up early. I'm going to pause real quick because there's a loud truck driving by. Not necessarily the fact that I'm only doing squat, bench, and deadlift and no accessory work. I think it's fine, to be honest with you. It's specializing in the things that you want to get better at. Now, there's definitely some things that are lost there in terms of, the muscle building, if you're into that, the cardio, if you're into that. Right now, I'm just training to lift the heaviest weight possible on all three of those lifts, and it's working for the season that I'm in. It's not something that I always want to do. Going forward, once I finish this competition, whenever I'm training for a competition, I kind of get one-track mind where I need to follow a particular program. There needs to be some sort of routine and structure for my best chance at success. Unfortunately, I'm not excited about that right now because of the way life is, that I can't follow the exact program or the routine that I would like to follow prepping for competition. Excuse me. But with that being said, after the competition, whenever I don't have to worry about anything, really I could do it now. I just can't get my head around to doing this, to making a change in the middle of training, or prep, I should say. I want to go to squatting every single day for a week and bench pressing that same week. And then the next week, deadlift every single day and doing overhead press. And then just repeating that, seeing what that's like. I want to experiment again and have a little bit of fun. That sounds fun to me. It sounds appealing, and I think that'll bring a little bit of excitement into the fitness scene for me. So eager to get that journey started, and to be honest with you, I'm ready to stop prepping for this competition because, like I said, in my head, I just kind of get bogged down by the routine and the monotony of it. It has to be this. I need to do this in order to have the best chance at success, and that's probably not true. I could probably change it up to do this new routine that I'm telling you about and probably have good success. I just can't wrap my head around it. There's this mental block. It's telling me that no, just stick to what I know works. And it's limiting me from exploring and having a bit of fun. And I'm just ready to be done with it. If I had more time in the gym, then maybe I would be enjoying this preparation a little bit more. But I'm basically putting in whatever amount of work I can, and it's not as much as I would like to. So I don't have a lot of confidence or hope in my program. I will say that the program before has lended much success to the last competition I was in. It's the same program that I'm running, except I'm cutting everything in half. I'm only doing what I can in the 30 or 45 minutes that I have at 10:30 p.m. or 11 p.m. at night, 4 a.m. in the morning if I'm lucky enough to get up that early, because I'm still staying up super late. So I think that's all the rambling I have. I've actually ran out of the deadlift footage at the time of doing this voiceover, so I'm going to be filling it with something else. I have no idea what. Maybe some other workout footage that I just have not posted yet. So we'll try to get some more uploads coming more frequently. In the meantime, we'll catch you later.